Hi, I'm Doc from Doc's Guide Service. Welcome to beautiful Table Rock Lake. It's a beautiful afternoon here in the Ozarks, and it's like this a lot of the time. This is why you really want to come down to Table Rock and go fishing with me. Now, I would like to take you and show you a little bit about my boat and why you want to hire Doc for your fishing trip. Come on with me. Let's go down and see the boat. You're going to look at a brand new Nitro. This is a 2012. I get a new Nitro every year, so when you come fishing with me, you're going to be fishing out of a new Z9 Nitro boat. It's 21 foot, so you've got plenty of room. We can take 3 people with us fishing. There's lots of space, and we can do any kind of fishing that you like. We can take the family, and we can do live bait fishing. We can do some shaky head fishing. We can fish with jigs. I'll take any level and teach you what you want to learn. If you just want to go out and have fun, catch a few fish, come on with me. If you're a beginner and you want to learn some new techniques, that's one of the things that I'd like to teach you. I do lectures at Bass Pro on a regular basis. We do seminars and try and teach people new techniques. I'm also a professional fisherman. I fish all over the country as well as here on Table Rock Lake. One of the reasons to come down to Table Rock with us is this is one of the top 10 fisheries in the whole country. We can catch on the same day, we can catch largemouth, smallmouth, spotted bass. You know, we've got bluegill, white bass, and crappie for the kids. I've got a lot of kids that love to just hang on to a 2, 3, 4, 5 pound bass. We've got lots of fish here in this lake. It's one of the best lakes. We have more fish per acre in this lake than any lake in the whole country. And when you do come fishing with me, let me show you a little bit about the tackle, because that's pretty important, is the tackle that you're going to use. And what you use with me is we always have the latest in Bass Pro equipment. Okay, this particular rod here is a carbon light rod, and this here is a carbon light black reel. Okay, we always have the latest. This is a bait casting reel. A lot of you don't know what a bait casting reel or a spinning reel is, the difference. This is a little bit more difficult. This is for the little bit more advanced people. But if you know how to use a bait caster, this is the way to go. But if you don't, we have a spinning reel. And we have the Johnny Morris spinning reels that we use. Now, I just showed you the bait casting reel. Now this is a spinning reel. Okay, you may not be familiar with this either. You may be used to a closed face reel, but this reel here I can teach anybody to use in a very short time, and this is very efficient. Okay, this is a Johnny Morris spinning reel with a carbon light. It's a very light rod. We can use, so youngsters can use it as well as adults. It's real easy to get to use, and we can do a lot of different techniques with this here. One of the favorite techniques on Table Rock is a shaky head. This here happens to be a chomper shaky head. People ask what that is. It's a jig head and any kind of worm. This here's a salty sinker made by chompers. Now, one of the other reasons that you go with me on this in my boat is because of the locators we have. On Table Rock, we fish a lot of deep structure, and this locator right here is the HDS 10. It's the latest, greatest that there is. I get new locators every year. We actually fish where we watch. Kids love it because they think we're playing video games. We actually can see our bait on the locator and watch the fish come up and hit it. So let's go ahead and take a ride out in the boat, and you can see a little bit more about what the lake looks like and what we do when we go fishing. Table Rock is one of the clearest lakes in Missouri. We got 45,000 acres. We're in Kimberling City right now, but I fish all over the lake. We'll take you wherever the fish are biting. Sometimes it's at the dam, sometimes it's at Kimberling, sometimes we may need to go to the White River, the James River. You know, it just kind of depends on where they're at. Or we can, you know, meet you someplace on the lake what's closest to where you're camping or staying and take you on a fishing trip in that area. There's more fish per acre on this whole lake, I said, than there is anywhere in Missouri. And it just depends. Sometimes they're biting better in one area than they are in another area. I'm on this lake every week, and that's important because I stay on top of the fish and I kind of know where they're at and what they're doing. You know, and that's one of the reasons you want to hire a guide, is because I've got an idea. So if you hire me, you come down on you're coming to Table Rock for the first time and you're going fishing, you want to know where to fish or what the fish are doing, you come down, you hire a guide, and you go out for a day with me, and then you can expand on that. Or if you just want, you just want to come down and just catch a few fish, and you're here on vacation with the family, we can take night crawlers out. I provide all the bait, all the artificial bait. Now if we go to using live bait, I don't provide the live bait, but night crawlers, we can catch a lot of fish with night crawlers as well if you've got some kids with you and they need to use some live bait. But you can see the beauty in this lake. It's a deep, clear water lake. We've got about 20-25 feet of visibility right now. And we're just a foot or so below power pool. You can see we've got all kinds of structure here. We've got flats, we've got deep water, we've got bluff ends. Just depends. The fish are in different things, different times of the year. If you want to come down and learn a new technique like the Alabama rig, or maybe a football jig, maybe a top water, maybe a jerk bait. There's different times of the year for different baits, and we can work with you on that. Let's just pull out here on this point. Now I'm going to talk to you, I want to tell you about one of the things that I do have on my boat. It's called a biosonic. It's actually, in layman's terms, it would be a fish call, but what it is, it's recordings of fish eating shad. And sometimes when we can't get a bite, we have this on, it kind of gets the fish excited. I want you to listen to this. Now that's just one example. I've got about 15 different recordings on here, and that's what a bass sounds like underwater. And what we do is that's on the trolling motor. So when we put the trolling motor down in the water, that's actually hearing, the fish are actually hearing that. And sometimes that excites a school of fish, when other times we can't get them to bite. And then one of the other things I want to show you is this electronics that we have here. And we'll show you what this will do. These electronics are so good that we can actually see our baits on here. We got to shut this one. We got to shut the back one off. We got interference from the back one. Okay, there was a fish right there. If we got lucky, we'd have a fish right underneath her. But anyway, what we've got, you can see the bottom, you can see the top, and now I'm going to show you what your bait looks like. And we'll go out and find fish, and we'll drop our bait right on top of them. Now watch, you'll see that bait down there, and I'll start wiggling it, and you'll see it go up and down. Now that red line going down, that's the bait, okay? And we'll actually drop that down, and you can see it up, come back down, up and down. I got to back up a little bit here. We just got off of it. There it is right there. Now there's some fish right there. Now if we get lucky here, we might get a bite real quick. While we're trying to. There's a group of fish right there. That's a big wad of fish. We got to go it into the wind because the wind's blowing us the wrong direction here. Okay, now there's a fish right there on the screen. So we drop this bait down right to that fish. He's going to the bottom, but I'm going to try and catch him. And we do this with artificial and with live bait. We do drop shotting. Here he comes. Now see, here he comes up. Now if we get lucky, he's going to bite it. There he is. He's on it. Now he just went right past it. Now see, I'm going to go up above him, and maybe we get him to come up and hit this now. No, he wasn't real interested. But we can do that. That's what we can do that all day long, and we can stay on top of those fish. That's one technique that we use. I invite you to come down and learn any kind of technique that you want, you know, and I'll take you on use the technique that happens to be working at the time. Everybody's heard about the Alabama rig. This lake is phenomenal for the Alabama rig. It's not quite ready yet to get started again, but all last winter, all last fall, we were catching some enormous fish. If you look on my website, look at some of the pictures, you'll see some of the pictures of some giant fish that we caught on this Alabama rig. This is what an Alabama rig looks like. This is Bass Pro's Alabama rig. Okay, with Chomper's baits on it. It's 5 baits, but we only have 3 hooks on it because that's what we can use in Missouri. And we throw that out as far as we can. We're just going to show you right now what it looks like in the water. See, it looks like a school of bait fish coming along. This is going to come into play here very shortly. This is going to be phenomenal, and I can get anybody. I got rods and reels that anybody can use to be able to cast that Alabama rig. So that's another reason to come with me, because we're gonna fish all kinds of different techniques depending on the day and depending on what's going on. It's a good little place. They got pretty decent food, and it's on the water. That's what's cool. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our little visit to Table Rock Lake. Just a little bit of a experience, and showed you what you can experience here. Like I said, we're in Kimberling City, just right over the hill. Here's a nice restaurant that you can have water, eat your lunch on the lake, or we can actually break our trip up into 2 4-hour trips and have a little lunch in between. There's restaurants at most of the docks on the lake. You know, we can do pretty much whatever you want. So hope you enjoyed your tour of Table Rock a little bit, and call Doc and let's go fishing. Thanks.